It was not till the afternoon, when he joined them at tea, that Elizabeth ventured to introduce the subject, and then, on her briefly expressing her sorrow for what he must have endured, he replied, "Say nothing of that. Who should suffer but myself? It has been my own doing, and I ought to feel it."
So who is the he?
I'm going to say it's Darcy, yes?
No.
No, it's not. It's Mr. Bennett.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Mr. Bennett. Oh, Mr. Bennett, you fool. You fool, Mr. Bennett. And you know what? You should feel bad. We're going to get into it.
Yeah.
But you should feel bad on this one.
Absolutely. Well, we spoke a lot about Mr. Bennett last episode.
Yeah, we did.
And I think that this is a really interesting progression in his character.
The chickens have come home to roost.
Yeah. And he's acknowledging the chickens.
Yeah, before he chucked himself in the library again. Welcome to Into The Austenverse. I'm David Campbell.
And I am Lisa Campbell.
And we are celebrating all things Jane Austen. This is her 250th year of her birth, and we are going episode by episode through the BBC 1995 classic Pride and Prejudice. And here we are in Ep 5, where it just takes a turn for the worse.
It starts with a turn for the better.
I mean, you think it's going to be fine, but if you haven't read the book, you don't know what's coming. Shockapalooza is about to happen.
It is.
Shocketh and shooketh.
Before we shock it and shooth.
Oof, wow.
Here is our information about how you can get in touch with us.
I don't know where we're going then. It's thrilling.
If you want to follow us on Instagram, it is Into The Austenverse. If you want to follow us on TikTok, Into The Austenverse. Both of these are the numerical 2, number 2, rather than TO. However, just to keep you on your toes, for YouTube, it's Into The Austenverse traditionally. If you want to email us, info@intotheaustenverse.com.
And today's episode is sponsored by our good friends at Pride and Prejudice, sort of. This is the incredible 5-star smash hit Olivia-winning musical comedy that is coming straight from the West End to us here in Australia next year.
Yes, it is coming to Melbourne and Sydney at the Opera House and Wollongong, Canberra and Brisbane. So you can find out more at prideandprejudicesortof.com.au. Thank you.
We'll be there.
Obviously.
Obs.
So, here we go. Episode 5. We are going to start. We start episode 5 back at Pemberley. We're in Pemberley. We are in Lambton.
What did you call it last week? It's the Pemberley...
Pemberley effect.
The Pemberley effect, yes. We're still in the Pemberley, glaze. Oof, wish I had said that.
Surrounds?
Surrounds? Well, I meant like the aura of Pemberley is still around us. We're still in a real loved up sense.
We are. And it's time now for Lizzie to meet Georgiana.
This is a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also we get the follow-up single from Mark Morrison, Return of the Bingleys.
Oh my God, once again, in comes Bingley. Once again, where's your sister? Oh my Jane.
Yes, Return of the Bingleys.
Yeah, love that single.
Yeah, Elizabeth and the Gardeners going for dinner at Pemberley.
Mm-hmm.
And how does it work?
She's dropping bars on the pianoforte.
Well, this is the thing. Like, Lizzie was really sort of playing it down when she was down at Rosings, saying, "Yeah, I'm not very good. I'm not a very good piano player.
So British. Not
very good singer." I thought she was good.
She was so good.
I mean, you're the professional here.
I know. I mean, look, not in that sort of music. It sounded good to me. It sounded like she could play it and read it really, really well. I mean, are we going to talk about how she's presented herself for this one?
Oh, God. I mean, look, that's not her fault. That's a camera angle.
No, but like, I think Simon Langton is particularly like, we're very, okay, we're going to say it. It's a very busty angle. Thoughts?
I didn't realize that our morals were going to go back to 1995 in addition to our viewing.
Well, it was just a thing.
What it's the thing at the time. So we're back in 1995. We're going to objectify women.
I'm not objectifying. I did say she was a good
get
piano
out
player.
a lads mag. Like this is like FHM.
Oh, you think it's more like Maxim,
Yeah. Okay.
the Regency edition?
Look, I know it's the discussion of it. Yes, it's a busty display. The Daily Mail would say that she was
Flaunting at the pianoforte.
Elizabeth Bennett flaunts her ample assets. That's what the Daily Mail would say.
But we got a lot of soft face from Colin.
Steady on.
You know, he's really
I loved this scene.
He's really falling in love with her here.
Oh, look, it is beautiful. So go through the scenes. We've got Lizzie playing and singing, Georgiana turning the pages. Then it's Georgiana's time to delight us.
Mm-hmm.
And Caroline Bingley in an orange turban.
Putting both feet well in it. She does not read the room very well. She still thinks she's back like 7 or 8 months prior.
No, but this is the thing. I mean, she doesn't know. She doesn't know about Georgiana and Mr. Wickham, but she decides that she's going to have the opportunity to just twist the knife with Lizzie and bring up Mr. Wickham.
And it does not go well for her. But the great thing is that what we have here is that Lizzie, instead of confronting it, just excuses herself from the whole thing and goes and starts turning pages for Georgiana.
Well, no, but she's not confronting. She's there to protect Georgiana.
Yeah.
She's worried that Georgiana obviously feels re-traumatized and in a move of solidarity stands by her and helps her out. And it's so beautiful. And it's my weekly time to cry.
Oh, no.
No, it's really lovely. When she goes over and the strings start underneath. So you've got Georgiana playing, the strings come in, and that's it. That's the moment that Mr. Darcy falls in love with Lizzie. Like, that's it. You're done. And that moment, you feel as though Lizzie and Darcy have really fallen in love. It's gorgeous. And they're both so beautifully playing this. It's just stunning. Also, in that moment as well, you've got the confirmation for Elizabeth in the reaction of Georgiana and the tension in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You realise everything that has been said about Wickham is true. So that Lizzie recognises there's no question mark over whether is this just he said. Everything about this is completely right.
Mm-hmm.
So again, foreshadowing, in case as a reader or a viewer there was ever a question mark over Mr. Wickham's character, he is a bad egg.
Bless.
He is.
Great actor.
Some of the best actors play the baddest eggs.
Shocking character.
Then Lizzie goes back to Lambton, ready to go out on a little walk.
Just going to church.
With the gardeners.
Yep. And it's letters from Jane. Letters from home.
Absolutely.
And here we go.
It's that episode of Survivor.
It's exactly right.
Lizzie's going to read these 2 measly letters for an hour.
Yeah, right? They're like, we'll leave you for an hour. The gardener's like, well, we'll go to church. We'll give you, what, an hour to read? I mean, do they not have a faith in her reading ability? It's very bizarre.
Yeah.
But she's like, give me 1 hour. And she just slowly opens it. But there's not a lot. They're not big letters, but there's a lot of information.
There is a lot of information. Tell us what's in those letters, David.
Well, we find all out about Lydia and the fact that Lydia has disappeared and she has run off with Mr. Wickham. And this is really, really shocking news. And it's also shocking because we then see Mr. Bennett, or as I like to have written down here, Wee Willie Bennett comes down with his little cap and his nightgown and his, candle at nighttime to find out that Lydia has scarpered to Scotland with Wickham, which I think is because of the marriage laws at that time.
Yes. Yeah. Or, I mean, maybe it's a Gretna Green thing.
Yeah. What is Gretna Green? It's in a lot of songs, Gretna Green.
Gretna Green is a village near the English-Scottish border.
Right. Fair.
And since 1754, it was easier for young lovers to marry quickly without parental consent often at the famous blacksmith shop, where the blacksmith would seal the union by striking an anvil. But I think that's the most important bit, which is the fact that you don't need the parental.
Oh, not the anvil?
Yeah.
Because it felt to me like it's
I don't about the anvil. I don't think you don't need the parents.
And now, ding. But I think that
It's like going to Vegas. I guess.
it's the Vegas of Scotland.
But also, I think there's a thing, isn't there? Like you have to put up the banns.
What do you mean, like the wedding bands?
No, the banns, BANS.
Oh,
Like you have to put up banns.
what do you mean put up bands? What are you saying? Whose band?
The wedding bands. Is it called bands? Maybe am I mental? Have I
You mean like we're wearing wedding bands. We're married.
No.
Bands, BANDS.
Oh no, it's double N. That's why I can't find it.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
So okay, so wedding bands is a proclamation. So you have to put up in front of the church that you're going to marry
Mhm.
for about 3 weeks prior or something like that. You put them up and say, in 3 weeks' time, Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy are going to get married here.
Right.
So if anybody has impediment, like prior to that, and can be like, he's already married.
Yeah, right.
They can do that then. So, but if you
Which we've whittled down to, if anyone here objects to this wedding, we've whittled it down to one line.
Yeah, I think it was already in there too.
Oh, wow. They really didn't want those people to get married.
Well, yeah, but also like, how would you get around this sort of thing? So
Yeah,
you
right.
need the time because it's not like they can just look it up on the internet.
So you didn't have to do that in Gretna Green?
Correct.
Okay, so you can just you're right. It's a Vegas quickie marriage. Scottish Elvis is there. Humana, humana, humana. Off you go to not Niagara Falls, but the equivalent over there.
Correct.
Wow. Okay. But we find out that they haven't gone to Scotland at all, but they've just gone to London. So we find out in Jane's letters,
She's written 2 letters.
2 letters. In the second letter, we find out that wee Willie Bennett has gone to London, presumably dressed in proper attire, with Colonel Forster to search out the 2 runaway, quote unquote, lovebirds. I'll put that in inverted commas.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yes, this is true.
And
so
then in comes Darcy.
in comes Darcy.
And bless him.
Oh, he's put on his green coat.
No, not that one, the green one. Mother always said, I look better in green.
Oh,
you know,
I love
and
that.
he's so proud of himself, and he's gonna do it again. He's gonna propose, and he's gonna get it right. And he's walked into this mess.
Oh my God. And then Lizzie's so upset.
But he's very good with her.
He is very good with her.
But he thinks she's sick, remember? Because Caroline Bingley has said prior, like, she looks terrible. Her teeth are tolerable, you know, and you know, while old mate's passed out on the couch with the pianoforte going. So she's already set up in Darcy's mind, well, maybe she is sick. Maybe she is pale. Maybe something is wrong. He's like, do you need a wine? Do you need something else? So at first he thinks something's physically wrong with her.
I didn't read that at all.
Oh, really?
I think that I don't think she's saying that Lizzie's pale. I think she's saying the opposite. I think she's saying she looks too tanned.
Oh.
I think she's saying she looks all a bit rugged. We might have to go back and have a look at that.
Yeah, we might.
I mistook that. I just thought she was just giving her a good old slagging.
Oh.
Yeah, he thinks, and she's upset. So yes, he wants to give her a wine. But yeah, he is nice to her, of course. But when they leave, and when he leaves,
He doesn't say goodbye.
because he's in Mr. Darcy hyperfocus.
Yeah, of course.
And he's like, okay, so what am I going to do?
And she said that line, I wrote it down, our whole family must partake of her ruin and her disgrace, of Lydia.
Yeah.
Which is really, really full on.
And yeah, I loved the way that, I know that you are a big, big fan of Keira Knightley walking twice around the...
Well, it's just good comedy.
Yeah.
And it brings that moment to life a lot.
But this portrayal,
Yeah.
the tears and you get the weight. There is no sort of like, oh, what are we to do? This is the ruin for us all. This is the end.
Do you know what's interesting about the energy of those 2 actors in this scene as well, which I didn't notice before, was that when she's crying, she's upset, he seems to be receiving it all. At the end, when they stand and he goes to leave, she almost seems like better. Like, you understand, she's almost like, it's a relief to be able to talk to him like this. It's a relief to let off his chest. He's taken it on board. She doesn't know she thinks he's not going to come back. But he's picked up the weight and he leaves.
Yeah.
But she feels relieved that she's got that off her chest.
Yes. Yes. And she does say later, like, I wish I hadn't said anything to him.
I'll never see him again.
Yeah, but yet again, Lizzie Bennett, always wrong.
That's what they should call this. Always wrong should have been the first draft, not first impressions.
Her first take on everything, invariably incorrect. She would be better off tossing a coin.
Also, we go back to Pemberley for a second with more pianoforte and Caroline Bingley again. And I just want to give a bit of a shout out to one actor, and that's Rupert Van Sittart.
Yes.
As Mr. Hurst.
Oh my God, so
passed
good.
out on the couch both times. Every time a pianoforte comes on, he drinks himself into a sleep and just looks like the best sleep you could have in the Regency period.
Well, so both those actors, so Anna Chancellor and him, were key, obviously, in Four Weddings and a Funeral.
That's right.
And he is always Four Weddings and a Funeral to me.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's spectacular. But I've only really ever seen him play somebody worse for wear. He does the same in Austenland.
Yeah.
Drunk. He's Jane Seymour's drunk.
That's right.
Handsy husband.
He's perfect.
Yeah.
Great casting for him. Then we get back home. So now we're at Longbourn.
We're at Longbourn.
Poor old Mrs. Bennett. She's got every salts and everything next to her.
What's in a smelling salt?
I don't know. I've never done it. Apparently it's really powerful. Kids are doing like challenges online where they do like the smelling salt challenge. And it is like, people are like brutal because it's like when you're knocked out. It's like it should be waking up. Like they used to do it at boxing matches and things like that. So it's really full on. I don't know what is in it, but I'm assuming she's not just doing smelling salts. It seems to be all sort of liquid concoctions there.
But she definitely has one and she comes back up.
Oh, that's later on. Yeah, that's an amazing scene by her.
But yeah, she's not well.
No, trembling and fluttering all over.
Yeah. I mean, look, she is prone to hyperbole at the best of times, but I mean, this is horrific. It's played for comedy at all times, and I understand why. But you can really appreciate she wants to have the opportunity for Lydia to get married. And of course, there's all of the funniness of like, she doesn't know the best warehouses and all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But she's got to get married. This has got to happen.
Yeah, that's right. Otherwise, the family is ruined.
Yeah. And they're all at that point thinking, well, they've eloped.
I think they're wishing it.
Yeah. This is the idea that, they are together and this is a love match. And I mean, more in the first letter than the second, Jane is pointing towards that. Wickham and Lydia, those crazy kids have run off. But there's still, because it's Jane and she's looking at everything glass half full, I think there's a thought that, well, this is an imprudent match, but it's a match nevertheless. Whereas, of course, Lizzie and ourselves and the gardeners as well are starting to think this is horrific.
Which then causes doubt within Jane.
Correct.
Yeah, which is the first time we see her go, maybe we shouldn't have kept this a secret after all. Maybe we should have spoken about Wickham, which her and Lizzie said, let's not discuss him again. Let's not talk about his secrets, but this is what I've learnt. They made a promise to keep it quiet, and now look what's happened.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, oh gosh. Yeah. Not good. Not good at all. Going back to Mrs. Bennett, how did you feel about the fact that her primary concern is protecting Mr. Wickham from the fighting Mr. Bennett?
I think Wickham's going to be okay.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. You got to keep him from fighting.
Yeah.
What is that?
What's he been doing in his library? He's got a pair of nunchucks in there. Imagine if he comes out full like...
There you go.
Absolutely, like full John Wick. Going after Mr. Wickham. Versus Wickham.
Jeez, it's never going to happen.
No, it's not. I mean, bless him. That he's not an action movie star. Nothing's going to happen. But I appreciate the love that she has for her husband in elevating him like that in her eyes.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it?
Mm.
Is this something that we don't know about Mr. Bennett, or is this just, I guess, Mrs. Bennett being overly dramatic and going to the most sensational version of something that can occur?
Okay, worst thing that happened in this episode. Do you know what it is? I don't mean plot-wise. I mean just like, oh God.
Mr. Collins turns up.
No. Just before that.
Is it something to do with the lunch?
No,
is it the bad cartwheel from one of the gardener's children?
No, but I wish I'd seen that now.
It's
a directional thing.
Oh God. Darcy in the mirror.
Mr. Darcy's floating head is back.
Oh,
this is not a
no.
thing. It so dates it. When it happened, I thought when it happened last episode, I thought we got that out of our system. And then when his head's there and they've obviously had to set up a shot for Colin to be like, say the line and it's in the mirror.
Oh, God. It's so weird as well because it's not like they don't use flashback.
Yeah. Which I think is better with the letter writing and stuff. Voiceover and flashback is fine.
And even stuff where Lizzie is thinking about Wickham turning around and looking at Lydia and sort of we're seeing things that are in her memory as opposed to ours. Why do we need that?
We don't need that.
Oh, Simon.
Simon, call us. Just when we're doing the remaster, just snippy. Just use it as a voiceover. It's enough. It's enough.
Yeah.
All right, Kitty.
Kitty.
I've never seen a girl more easily distracted with a ball and a stick. There's disaster in the house, but don't worry. Kitty's going, I'm really good at this. And she's really good at it.
Kitty is interesting here. If we're going to look at, and I want to talk about some of the choices that they've made for Kitty this week.
Uh-huh.
Did you notice that when Wee Willie Winky gets his letter,
yeah,
everybody comes down and is it when Wee Willie Winky gets his letter? Or is it? Forgive me. Something occurs where everybody gets up at nighttime. And everyone's in what we're used to seeing them in, which is long hair at the back, short curls at the front, and a nightdress. Kitty looks really disheveled. She's got her shoulders out.
Yeah.
She's all a bit steady on. Did you notice that?
Well, maybe she's just one of those chaos sleepers. You know, I would assume a lot of the Bennett girls, including Mary, who probably lies down like this and never moves.
Yeah.
You know, with a book and her glasses next to her. She never moves. And I think that, you know, the other two girls are probably like, we sleep so beautifully. And there's always one chaos child. You know, when you get into the bedroom and there's that child that's like, why are you upside down? Why are you across the bed?
Yeah.
Why can't you just sleep on your pillow? That's Kitty.
Yeah,
she's just a chaos sleeper. One of those. Yeah, we've got one of those.
Okay, yeah, maybe. It looked just a little more, I don't know. She just looked a bit more excitable.
Yeah, well, you know, waking up mid-sleep. But then we get, Mr. Collins, here he comes. Judgy McJudge face.
Mr. Collins.
Reveling in the drama. What a drama person.
Such a drama person. Oh my God. I've taken the liberty of telling Lady Catherine already.
I bet you did.
I bet you
did, you nasty little squirrel faced man.
Oh my God.
And not only that, but also Anne.
Yeah, you had to tell Anne.
I mean, Anne, okay, you told Lady Catherine to boot. Anne, she's sick enough. She doesn't need the stress. She does not need the stress, that poor girl.
Oh God, yes, of course he does.
But then once again, another like chaotic Kitty moment.
Love it. Out the window. I'm not going to go and see him. I'm going to go outside and just play outside.
Yeah, and just peep through the window. We can see you.
Still here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Mr. Collins. But did you see a progression in Mr. Collins?
What do you mean?
Since he's been married, Mr. Collins has learned how to get into a carriage by himself.
Oh yeah, he can get a leg up now.
Yeah, there you go. He almost strode into that.
It's almost athletic.
Yeah.
It's like a new man.
Mr.
It's amazing
Collins.
what a little pep in your step will do. Okay, so then Aunt Phillips turns up.
Yeah.
So we have more drama on drama. It's very busy. And this is where we hear about Wickham's gambling debts around town.
So Mrs. Phillips coming in straight from Meryton with the goss, dropping the bombs that Mr. Wickham has left debts a palooza and also has become, we presume, carnally acquainted with a number of the tradesmen's daughters.
Tradesmen's daughters? He likes a bit of, you know.
He likes a bit of what?
I don't know what I was going to say there.
I'm glad you didn't finish it. I could fill in a blank, but I'm not going to.
We'll let everyone else fill in that blank.
And again. Okay, so we're going to come back to the debts and the tradesmen's daughters. We're going to put a pin in that for Mr. Wickham. and continue in, but I want to come back to that because I
Sure.
think it's important. So then, of course, we are seeing what is going on in London.
And they're just in hiding. He's drinking. I don't know what he's writing. He's saying he's trying to get out of his debts, but I don't know who he's writing to. There's a messy bed, so we know the connotations that's happened there. So
Yeah.
16-year-old Lydia and he basically have a conjugal bed. So, but she just wants to get out in the town. She's still 16. She wants to go, let's go out and do stuff. And he does not want to show his face. Why? We're going to have to get into that a little bit later on. But yeah, that sets up the mystery of what's going on here.
Yes. Yeah, it does. And also the expectation of what Lydia thinks is going on, because she has no idea. And they are in different worlds right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. And so twice we see them in that room, and both times, I mean, it's just looking bleaker and bleaker.
Then back comes Mr. B, and it's all his fault.
Yes. Yeah. So we've oh God, yes, Mr. Bennett's back. And look, yes, he's blaming himself.
Rightly so.
He is. And then, of course, yet again, he's making wild determinations of how he's going to live his life from now on. He claims that no officer is ever to enter my house again, nor even to pass through the village.
He goes full John Lithgow and Footloose. That is it. He becomes that dad.
Yeah.
No balls. No Grimstock.
No Grimstock, no Nutbush.
No Nutbush.
Mary,
what are you going to do? Poor Mary.
Mary didn't seem sad about it.
Put the music away. Oh, when she can't play the pianoforte because no one's getting down, she'll understand the severity of that.
Yeah, poor Mary. We will revisit that next episode. He's also laying down the law for Kitty.
Oh, poor, it's not Kitty's fault.
Yeah, but I mean, now, of course, the benefit of hindsight. But I mean, it's too little too late.
It is.
But then, of course, he's slipping back into the witticisms again, and we know he's gone too far, and he is being a bit funny, and it's like, come on.
No, mate, you need to take this seriously. This is bad. This is really bad.
Yeah, and also you're sitting there, even though Lizzie, who's again too generous to Mr. Bennett, saying don't be too severe on yourself, she's there thinking, I could have just married Mr. Darcy, and because you specifically ignored my thoughts about Brighton,
which he does acknowledge.
I know, but that's his fault, and now that's not going to happen for Lizzie. Bingley's off the table. There's nothing happening for any of them because of his folly.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Oh,
Cut back to London.
Darcy's
on the hunt. He's still trying to search for them. Pays off London's Eponine.
Yes.
Right? I don't know who that girl is. Well done, her. She comes over this way.
It's a big day for the day players, isn't it?
A big day for the urchins of London. How about walking into London just getting a couple of mugs of ale?
Right?
Yeah.
There you go. We've got, and then also all of these ones, just the one-liners, the supporting cast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got a lot of them this week.
They got paid extra that week.
Yeah, they did. Absolutely.
Yeah, they certainly did. Good agenting there. And then, of course, we were revealed to Mrs. Young. Who is she? We never find out who she really is.
Well, Mrs. Young was Georgiana's governess. And what we saw in previous time is that Wickham appears to have paid off Mrs. Young in order to get Georgiana down to Ramsgate.
Right, which got them both fired or leaving Pemberley immediately. So now Mrs. Young's, I don't know what she's doing.
Mrs. Young has a boarding house in London.
Right.
Now, I'm going to speculate the boarding house might be a more polite term for, I guess, like bordello. I mean,
so you think that you can get a room by the hour at this boarding house?
And
is that the boarding house? Do you think that Wickham and Lydia are staying?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it is. It definitely is.
Okay, cool.
We find that out later. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Mrs. Young is willing to be paid off to grant access for Wickham to Georgiana, and now is willing to keep Wickham and Lydia in that dingy little room. I mean, what is going on, Mrs. Young? And also what's going on with Wickham and Mrs. Young?
Yeah.
Because she's obviously party to everything that he's up to. And now when he rocks up with teenager number 2.
Oh, by the way, if you are one of these people who are these wonderful authors that are writing these sort of side, Pride and Prejudice adjacent, the variations novels about like, here's what happened in The Maids and here's what happened over here. We don't ever want the Mrs. Young one. Or do you?
No, I don't. But
is there one?
There's a YouTube video of like a variation of the backstory of Mrs. Young.
Okay.
I haven't watched it yet, but if you wish to, you don't, but somebody else might wish to. It's around because you can't find much about Mrs. Young. So it's uncharted territory. I mean, it's going to be seedy territory though. And then we hear Lizzie can't stop thinking about Mr. Darcy. I cannot bear to think he's alive in the world and thinking ill of me. But is he?
No.
Because we leave looking at Mr. Darcy, but where is he? Ooh.
We know he's in London.
We do.
Because Lydia is like, it's Mr. Darcy.
Yeah, that's true.
And you get the realization for Wickham, there's like, oh God, I'm dead. He's going to kill me this time.
Now that's the real, I mean, I don't know if it's John Wick, it's more like Taken.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do the accent?
No.
I've got
a very special set of skills.
A very particular set of skills.
You're much better than mine. Your Liam Neeson's much better than mine.
Thank you. It really wasn't. But there we are. So yes, where is he? So let's go back to, I put a pin in Mr. Wickham.
Yeah.
I'd like to put a pin in Mr. Wickham to talk about what his motivations are.
Well, he's the grifter of all grifters here, and he's got real form before he gets to Lydia. But it's the why of Lydia.
Yeah, because we've got Georgiana, who obviously £30,000. That makes perfect sense. I mean, if you are
Mr. Wickham,
a horrific cad.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we've got little freckle thing, Mary King.
£10,000 a year.
Yep.
But he's only interested when he finds that out.
Correct. And then dumps Mary King.
Goes off with Colonel Forster and to Brighton.
Correct.
And that's where you hear about what are they called? The tradesmen's daughters, and there's the gambling debts.
But that was back in Meryton as well. We've heard that. So there's a lot going on here. And we've been consistently told by Mr. Bennett, Mr. Gardner says it at some point, Lydia is not worth the risk.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough money behind her. Why go after her when if you're going to go after a Georgiana or a Mary King?
Well, there's a couple of things here, isn't there? Because we find out in the episode that for £5,000 and for £100 a year, Wickham would be like, I'm all good. And I'll marry your daughter and all that sort of stuff. And we'll get this sorted. And obviously Mr. Bennett thinks that Mr. Gardner's sorting that out, which we'll find out who does it later. But there's all these other things that I hadn't realized, that we forget that Lydia was a guest of the Colonel and his wife. So when she goes to Brighton and she's excited by, seeing so many army men and hanging out with all the soldiers, that she's still a guest of the Colonel, the main guy.
Yeah.
And that's the main guy above Wickham. So the stakes of his reputation and the damage that he's caused, maybe prior to even latching on to Lydia, is the thing that sort of, it's not a gray area, but it's something that we need to sort of look at as to maybe Lydia is the final thing to latch onto that may redeem his honor.
In Jane's letter, in the book, they talk about the fact that he's a gambler. Oh, they call him gamester, I think, isn't it? Gamester? Yes.
Sounds like a cute term for a gambler to me.
He's a gamester.
A gamester.
A gamester, she cried. This is wholly unexpected. I had no idea of it. So yeah, he's got the gambling debts. And so if he's been let go by Colonel Forster, he's got nothing to lose by just up and leaving, because what are you going to do? He's got debts everywhere. He's got nothing to lose, so just run away.
So that's it. Lydia is his last option? ? And you think that's what he's thinking when he's writing those letters in London?
I don't think that.
What do you think?
I'm going to tell you what I think next week, because I think we're going to find out a little bit more information, but we haven't found it out yet. I think we're going to find out a bit more next week from Mrs. Gardner, but look, I don't want to give anything away.
I found this really good guy on YouTube called Tudor Smith. Have you seen his stuff?
Tudor Smith?
Tudor Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really good. He talks about the issue that Wickham has with money and with women, and that he's sort of like this, as we see, he's a grifter, but he's this, what we would see now as this perennial victim. He's always feeling like he's hard done by. He felt that way with Darcy back in the day. The fact he's rejected by Darcy after the father promised him all this stuff, after his father has died. There's not really much mention of his mother. And so there's this sort of, there are these gaps in his life that we don't want to sort of empathize with Wickham, but we want to understand the reasoning of, is that there seems to be these things that happen to him along the way, but it's gotten worse and worse as he's gotten older, as invariably does with people like him, that he just has this, you know, a slew of destruction behind him, whether it's women or gambling debts or people in society or his reputation.
When he arrives in Meryton, he's just arrived and Denny's like, oh, he's new around here because he's just joined from London. What's he been doing there?
What's he been doing there? Yeah.
He's probably been over at Mrs. Young's again. Yeah. Oh, God.
But Tudor Smith also had this interesting thing as well about whether Lydia herself is a victim of Regency society. And he talks about the fact that Jane would have seen many girls like her that were pressured to marry. And this is kind of what Jane thinks about that Austen uses it almost like an example, Lydia and Wickham, like a cautionary tale on superficial marriage, but without judgment. I don't think she's judging her. She would see girls like Lydia and Lydia's situation where she has this sort of unchecked behavior by her parents, and the dad being basically locked in his library and absent after he's been so clearly like is clued in with the first few girls. And by the time he gets to Kitty and Lydia, he's like, I'm out. I've checked out now.
Yeah, and I think that's interesting.
And she's Mrs. Bennett's favourite as well, because she's the most like Mrs. Bennett was, because she refers to the fact that, oh, back in my day, I loved a soldier.
Yes, that's true. And to add to that, you've really got that aspect of Lydia playing at this. We'll see more of it in the future, but the idea that she's still got that very adolescent view of things. She wants to show off. I'm married before anybody else is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I'm going to see the soldiers before Kitty does.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's that real sense of there's not a thought in her mind about the impropriety of this. I got to do this first. I can't wait to see the look on their faces. And she's enacting a role of a wife. Which really highlights how young she is, and how inexperienced and unworldly she is to be getting into this at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea that she is out in society, that she would be on the
circuit.
Yeah. She would be open for perusal. Oh, sorry. The fact
open for peruse.
No, but you know
the young ladies of the Regency years.
What do you say? To be out is that she's on the marriage market.
Well, that's exactly right.
She's out before her sisters are married. Yes. But yes, but she is on the market at 15. I mean, that's bleak, particularly because, I mean, obviously we recognize that times are different now. But we're seeing the portrayal of Lydia and Kitty, but particularly Lydia, as how young she feels. And yeah, even if she were married in a less controversial way, it still feels uncomfortable that somebody who is displaying that character is married.
Yeah. What's going to happen? I don't know. Will reputations be saved? Well, we don't. I mean, yeah, we know, but like we've seen it already, and so have you. But but Ep 6 is next week, the final episode.
There's a lot packed into episode 6. There's lots to get through.
I thought there was a lot in this.
There is lots.
Yeah, there's heaps in this as well. So who's going to save the day, Darcy? Anyway, we don't. Who could possibly say?
Who could possibly say?
Darcy. But somebody will save the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Bless his heart. It still could be Wee Willie Winky.
He's still got time.
Yeah.
To get his John Wick on.
Wee Willie Wicky. And that's it. That's what we've got.
All right, we'll see you for the final episode.
Bye.
Bye.